Hi guys, welcome to Bridgerton Investment. So today I want to discuss about BLS International, why I specifically invested in that company. If you look at its balance sheet, I'll just open. If I, First, let's talk about its revenue and profit. Its revenue quarter to quarter. You remember, even with that news of it got a debarment from MEA contract. It didn't get any contract. It will not get any contract from me under for about 3 years. It still delivered quite a good performance. No company even does that. No company got does that. Profits also insane, good profit growth, etc. Year to year, I don't have to question. Obviously, it's a very insane growth. If I can I don't have its cash flow statement, but its cash flow is also very good. Its balance sheet is absolute very strong. You know, balance sheet is very strong. Company is actively expanding, actively investing in new technology, outsourcing a lot of its contracts to getting a lot of contracts from other countries as well as a very good mode advantage. It's not like your hype is there with AI company, EV tech. It's actually producing good numbers. There are some, it's a very boring business. This is kind of a company where Warren Buffett would invest in. It's very undervalued right now. It's very undervalued right now. Promoter wise also insane. Look at this promoter holding. That shows the confidence. Even when it even you see year to year, quarter to quarter contract, and there was no active selling. This it was no active selling. This just shows that this crash was basically overreaction. I think I posted a video, I think 2 3 months back. I posted a video 2 3 months back saying that the management commentary, it was very good, and it crashed a lot. I exactly bought the perfect dip. Look, if I can show you my every entries I made. Where was this? Yeah, this is the entry I made. I bought the perfect entry, and it's flying up like anything. That's the sign of a good sign of a good management. In fact, I placed a few more orders for BLS International. I placed a few more orders for BLS International. Uh, because it's a very good company, and I wanted to talk about his revenue breakdown. Why even with this negative remark, it even it its negative remark, it still went on, delivered a good Q2. It still delivered a good Q2. Even profits also it did quite well. Why? Because normally companies don't do that. They don't do that. Let's talk about its region wise revenue breakdown. This is a bit outdated. Q2 FY26 is not yet outdated data, but this is like the previous year contracts. How much of it's like how previous year previous financial years, only 23% of its revenue comes from India, and that is from the MEA and etc. And that is just MEA. There are many government agencies they control. This is just MEA. Okay. MEA. Let's take it, what if you only counting MEA, that would only be what, 1 to 10%, that's it. But 23% of his revenue only comes from India. Rest comes from other countries, APAC, EMEA, and AMA countries. 29%. Look at this revenue breakdown. 29% is from Middle East. All of this. India is very low, very less. It's like only what, 18 to 20%. That's it. And MEA contracts only be around 1 to 10%. That is what it shows. It was just overhyped, and it was just overreaction from retail investor. That is why retail investor, no, they don't understand the business, how company makes money. uh, they don't understand how companies make money. Whenever you're investing in mid cap and small cap, be always careful. Study how revenues are made, how company makes money, how company makes money, how company is revenue model, is business model. Look, you look at this. This was just an overreaction. I bought the dip, you know. I bought the dip. It has 70% market share in visa processing, and so it has a very good economic moat advantage. Plus, the India contract, it's itself very low, 30%. They do they do most of its uh, they do most of its the most of the business are from outsourcing the visa processing from other countries, Kazakhstan, Cyprus, etc. And guess what? MEA is less than 1 to 10%. There are contracts with more than one Indian agencies. And guess what? Even with this bad news, even with this, it just uh, where is that? Yeah, as over the Delhi High Court overturns MEA debarment. Delhi High Court squashes 2-year debarment on BLS International. BLS International can source for government tenders. So, what was this overreaction for? This was nothing. That is why it is very crucial you study the business properly, study the management, study its revenue model, and study everything about his business. Even how it makes money. Even how it makes money. Learn about his business. First, you analyze the financials of the company. Then you analyze the management, and then you analyze its uh, what do you call that, revenue model. How revenue model of those business. That's how you become a great investor. This is Peter Lynch model of investing. So that's it from me today. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.